Tomorrow marks 2 months since that deadly EF5 tornado ripped through the town of Joplin. That night, some of the victims were brought to hospitals here in Tulsa, people like Dustin Demir.
X-rays aren't indicating anything broken or fractured.
The 33-year-old suffered severe nerve damage during the storm. He couldn't move from the waist down. Dustin stayed at St. Francis Hospital for 3 weeks before going home. In segment 2 tonight, 2 News reporter Jason Grubbs follows Dustin's journey back to life after Joplin.
Breathe out.
For 3 weeks, this was part of Dustin Demir's routine at St. Francis Hospital. He was brought here the night Joplin was hit by that massive tornado. His apartment complex was right in the middle of its path. Falling debris injured him from the waist down.
No feeling, no movement, minus the left foot. I just didn't know if anything was going to work. I didn't know if anything was going to come back.
We're having to hold on to the belt because his legs would just collapse.
Corey Fayan was part of a team of therapists at Dustin's side, helping him to regain mobility. And he's slowly starting to walk again.
Okay, you can hold on to my forearms if you need to.
Okay.
Since it's the peripheral nervous system, it's going to grow back. The nerves will regenerate. It's just a slow process.
They tell me that nerves take longer to heal than broken bones.
His mom, Letha's been driving back and forth almost every day. On this trip, she's ecstatic because her son is coming home.
I wonder what his reaction is going to be as we drive through Joplin. It's been a while since he hasn't watched it on television. So I'm just wondering in daylight what his reaction is going to be.
Please let us know how you're doing, okay?
Mixed feelings. Like, I don't want to go home to actually see all the destruction, but I'm ready to go home to be with friends and family.
That is the exact staircase that Dustin was under when the storm hit. But it would be several weeks before he would return to his apartment to see the full extent of the damage.
It's just got mowed down.
A few days after his homecoming, Dustin took us on a personal tour of what he lived through. What did it look like before?
Buildings everywhere and trees. This is my mom's old salon right over here.
Just a few blocks away, we pull into Dustin's apartment complex, and there isn't much left. So this is all you up here?
I'm all upstairs, which obviously there's nothing.
It's here he sees Alex Bird for the first time since being rescued.
And I remember when you guys used the 2x4s to pry it up.
Moments after the storm, Bird was going from apartment to apartment, helping save people when he came across his old friend.
I was like, oh my gosh, I know him. I'm just glad that he's okay. I didn't even know where they took him. I thought he was just here. I was just glad that he was alive.
Hi, how are you? Give me a big old hug. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm better.
There's also a reunion with a woman he's only talked to on the phone. She drove Dustin to Freeman Hospital that night. Tiffany Johnson, a complete stranger with a medical background, who made room in her van for a guy who needed help.
The back of his head, I used books and my diaper bag, and I took diapers out and everything I could to keep him stable.
Dustin lost pretty much everything he owns. His car was destroyed. Some friends managed to find his motorcycle later. It suffered some body damage.
My motorcycle fell on its right side, and I saw it start skating down. It skated down the driveway there, the parking lot.
And while we were there at his apartment complex,
Hey, there's my helmet.
Dustin makes a discovery of his own.
Yeah, I recognized the pattern on it. Look at that.
He knows there's still a long road ahead when it comes to his recovery and the rebuilding of his life. But he remains optimistic about what that life will be like after the tornado, especially when it comes to walking again.
The results that I'm seeing, it's coming back. Everything's moving around. So I'm pretty confident that I'll get everything back. I'm confident, at least enough to live a normal life.
Jason Grubbs, 2 News works for you.
Dustin says he is looking forward to getting back to work, but his auto body shop was destroyed by the tornado. Dustin says there's a good chance he'll be moving here to Tulsa.